Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Commentary Hub's coverage of the Group D match between England and Slovenia. I'm your alternative commentator, Nicholas Jones, and this is a decisive match for both England and Slovenia as the teams walk out of the tunnel onto the pitch. England are through to the round of 16 anyway because of other results. In particular, Spain winning 1-0 against Albania last night. 4 points now confirmed that England will finish as one of the four third-place teams. Even if they lose to Slovenia, they will top the group, no question, if they beat them, however. And should they draw, Denmark will have the chance to leapfrog them on goal difference if they beat Serbia. We'll talk more about permutations later, as the teams now making their way out onto the pitch. Gareth Southgate's England were severely tested in their last match against Denmark. The early goal by Harry Kane early on in the first half before equalised by Denmark towards the end. So we're now paused to the national anthem, starting with the national anthem of Serbia. No, Slovenia. So that was both national anthems of England and Slovenia. We'll now go through the lineups, starting with England. In goal is number 1, Jordan Pickford, and that is his 22nd major tournament start. Number 2, Kyle Walker. Number 5, John Stones. Number 6, Mark Gay. Number 12, Kieran Trippier. Number 16, Conor Gallagher. Number 4, Declan Rice. Number 7, Bukayo Saka. Number 10, Jude Bellingham. Number 11, Phil Foden. And number 9, the captain, Harry Kane. For Slovenia, it's number 1, Jan Oblak in goal. Number 13, Eric Jansa. Number 6, Jaka Bijol. Number 21, Vanja Druksic. Number 17, Jan Mlakar. Number 2, Zan Karnichnik. Number 10, Timmy Elshnik. Number 22, Adam Grezda Cherin. Number 20, Petar Stojanovic. Number 11, Benjamin Sesko. Number 9, Andraž Spora. So back now to the permutations of who will go through for Denmark in their match against Slovenia, which for Denmark in their match against Serbia, which we will be bringing you updates on. Should they win, they will book their place in the last 16, whatever happens, and a draw is enough for second if England beats Slovenia. Now we're going to go through the lineups. England are in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Pickford in goal, then Trippier, Gay, Stones and Walker in defence, Rice and Gallagher in midfield, The front three, Foden, Bellingham and Saka, with Harry Kane, the lone striker. They are playing in a 4-2-3-1 formation. And as for Slovenia, they are in a 4-4-2 formation with Oblak in goal, then Jansa, Bijol, Drukusic and Karničnik, Mlakar, Elsnik, Nezda Cherin and Stojanovic are the midfielders. Šeško and Sporar are the two forwards. Conor Gallagher is on a yellow card. If he accrues a second yellow, then he will miss England's next match. Slovenia have only scored both draws. They made spectacular saves in their last group stage in their last match against Serbia. And the England and both teams now getting ready to start the match. Our referee tonight is Clément Turpin of France, and it will be England that will kick us off. England are wearing all white, Slovenia in all blue. This is their second European tournament. Their last was in 2000, and away we go then at the FC Köln Stadium for this crucial match between England and Slovenia in Group C. And straight away, it's England straight onto the attack. England are playing from right to left, and Slovenia are playing from left to right. It's Kieran Trippier to Phil Foden, and he passes straight back to Trippier. Now Trippier to Gay. Gay up the wing to John Stones. John Stones is playing in his 75th international appearance, and this is also his 22nd major tournament start. Both Stones and Pickford equal Ashley Cole's record as Pickford passes the ball out of goal towards Stones. Now back towards Pickford. I think that was to hold off a Slovenian challenge momentarily, as the ball keeps being passed around about the England defenders in towards the goal, presumably to throw Slovenia off. And they're doing a good job of it so far. It's Mark Gay. Gay passes to, I think that was Jude Bellingham. Yes, it was. As Benjamin Sesko is challenging for the ball. No, I beg your pardon. It was Grezda Cherin. But held for the moment by England. Although Slovenia are playing really defensively, doing a good job of it too. That was Andras Sporar. Slovenia concede the ball to England. It's Trippier to Declan Rice. Declan Rice passes back towards Trippier, and now the ball is being played forward to Phil Foden. Foden has been fouled by the number 21 Vanja Drukusic of Slovenia, and that was that looked like a rough slide tackle. Just touched his foot there. I think his foot was nowhere near the ball, and the referee not issuing anything. As Slovenia look to try and make an attack, and that was by Petar Stojanovic, but held firm by England. Both sides really want this victory. Slovenia might want it perhaps more than England. They will go through if they beat England, but a draw will only be enough to guarantee second if Denmark draw, and if Slovenia possess, and Slovenia actually have the advantage on goals scored. And if they draw against England, and if Serbia fail to beat Denmark, they will knock out Croatia as one of the best ranked of the third place teams. So 3 minutes in, it's still England 0, Slovenia 0. No mention of any scores as of yet between Denmark and Serbia. We will get the information as and when we can. And it's Slovenia with the ball, and that was Sporar. He was fouled momentarily by Harry Kane, but the referee says play on. It's Grezda Cherin. Passes up the wing to Jaka Bijol. Bijol back to Grezda Cherin. Slovenia still have the ball. I think England were trying to get hold of it, but that was good defensive play again by Slovenia. The ball is now with Zan Karchnik. And Slovenia are looking to make their second major attack on goal throughout this match. And headed by Benjamin Šeško, but saved by Jordan Pickford. Wonderful attack. Wonderful forward play by Slovenia. And the header by Benjamin Šeško would have been enough to score had Pickford not been in the way. Benjamin Šeško has impressed for Slovenia. This young man, only 21 years old, has scored 11 goals in 31 appearances. It's still Slovenia with the ball, although a throw-in has been given to England, and it will be Kyle Walker to take the throw. This is what happened just a moment ago. I thought it was just something I saw from earlier. But anyway, England to take the throw-in. Ball thrown to Harry Kane, but conceded to Slovenia, and that was Grezda Cherin. Grezda Cherin passes to Drukusic. Drukusic up towards, I think that might have been Šeško, but headed clear by Kyle Walker. Pickford rolls the ball, or should I say throws it to Kieran Trippier. And Trippier playing the ball forward to Jude Bellingham, but headed out by Vanja Drukusic. Throw in to England. And it'll be Trippier to take the throw, which he does. He throws to Mark Gay. Gay to Stones. Walker passes back down wing to Mark Gay. Now Kieran Trippier. Bellingham. Back to Gay. Stones. Now Walker. Back towards Stones. England having to defend for all their worth here. It's Gay back towards Stones. And Stones passing back down towards Mark Gay. And Gay passing now towards Phil Foden. It's Foden for England. But he has to pass to Declan Rice. Stones now towards Bukayo Saka. Back towards Stones. It's Mark Gay. Now Gay passes to Harry Kane. Kane trying to get around the Slovenia defenders. But a cross towards Saka denied. And once again, great defensive work by Slovenia. Although they may have conceded a corner to England. We'll have to wait and see. And Gareth Southgate's taking note on the touchline. It's actually a Slovenia throw-in. Couldn't really tell which way the ball was going. Slovenia take the throw, but conceded to England. Now given back to Slovenia, but England retake it through John Stones. Stones towards Kyle Walker. Walker towards Mark Gay. Now Declan Rice. Trippier passes to Phil Foden. Now back to Trippier. Trippier to Mark Gay. Gay up towards Stones. Now across down wing towards Trippier. Trippier, Bellingham. Now the ball has made its way to Declan Rice. Declan Rice trying to break through. Now he passes to Kane. Kane loses the ball to Slovenia, but retaken by England. It's Trippier now. Trippier passes to Gay. Now John Stones, I should say. Gay to, I think that was Rice. Now Trippier, Bellingham, Foden. Still Foden, passing up the wing to John Stones. Walker. Nice cross to Saka, but Saka has to pass back to Walker. Walker passes to Stones. Now the ball has ended up back with Mark Gay. It's Gay to Bellingham, and that looked like an attack by England, but Slovenia were able to hold them off. I think Bellingham almost lost his footing with the ball, but Kane was able to retake it for England. He's playing the ball forward to Phil Foden. It's Foden inside the 18-yard box, tries to find Bukayo Saka, and Saka almost had it, but I think he was held up and offside. It's offside against England. Foden was miles ahead of everybody. That is not within the rules. So that offside would not have counted. And Jan Oblak kicks the ball out of the Slovenia goal, but caught by England, given away to Slovenia again. This is Stojanovic to Grezda-Cherin. And Grezda-Cherin passes quickly to Drkusic. Grezda-Cherin. It's Adam Grezda-Cherin with the ball for Slovenia. And that's a nice pass to Sporar, but cleared out of the goal by Kyle Walker. It's Eric Jansa to Grezda-Cherin. Now back passing to Drkusic. Slovenia that was great ball control by Slovenia, and the fans approve. No notification as of yet. That's are there any goals between Denmark and Serbia? 11.5 minutes in. It's still England 0, Slovenia 0. Foden, Trippier. Trippier passes to Gehi. Now Stones. Gehi once again. Harry Kane. Kane passing it to Conor Gallagher. Gallagher to, I think that's Jude Bellingham. Yes, it was. Now the ball is back with John Stones. Stones passes quickly to Trippier. Jude Bellingham back towards Trippier. Anichnik one of the many strong defenders for Slovenia, but the ball is now back with England. Stones to Rice, now back towards Stones. It's Gay. Foden under pressure from Karnichnik, but he does well to hold him off. It's Stones passing back down to Mark Gay. Gay to Trippier. Now it's with Mark Gay. Gay to John Stones. Kyle Walker. Nice pass to Conor Gallagher. Now back towards Kyle Walker. It's Walker to Foden, but cut out by Jaka Bijol. And Matej Kek is the head coach for Slovenia. Takes a drink of water besides the touchline. Throw into England. Well, being crossed to Kieran Trippier, but he misses by several yards. The Slovenia fans are loving this. And the ball is thrown. That's a throw-in taken by Karničnik. It's Trippier to Declan Rice. Rice passes to John Stones. Stones, Walker. Now Bukayo Saka, back now to Colin Gallagher. Gallagher. It's Gallagher to Stones. Pickford. Passes the ball quickly back out to Kieran Trippier. England have had to withstand a lot of pressure from Slovenia so far. And not quite that. They have broken through a couple of times, but they're not quite at the stage where they need to be. And Gareth Southgate looking on from the touchline, chewing nervously as Erik Jansa will take the throw for Slovenia. Jansa to throw. Walker was able to take the ball off, but nothing comes of it from him. And one Slovenia fan so confident he's actually holding an inflatable Euros trophy. Throw in to Slovenia to be taken by Erik Jansa. It's Jansa throw. Jansa throws to Mlakar. And that was almost a header by Andras Spora, but he missed the ball by inches. That would have been a surprising opening goal by Slovenia. His head just so close to making contact with the ball. And his disappointment says it all. Foden to Bellingham. Bellingham quickly passes to Walker. Walker playing it forward towards Bukayo Saka, but halted by Jaka Bijol. Slovenia aren't out of the woods yet. England still want that ball. And almost tackled by John Stones. So I think a Slovenia player has gone down, but the ball is now being played forward by Spora. It's Spora to, I couldn't see who. It might have been Stojanovic. Spora, but cut out by Gallagher. The referee's blown his whistle for something which I didn't see. He's given a yellow card to Phil Foden. Quite why he gave the card to Foden, I don't know at the minute. In fact, it was actually Kieran Trippier who did. In fact, it was Kieran Trippier who committed the offence. Just knocked his foot out of the way, and that really hurts Jan Karničnik. And there's the confirmation. Kieran Trippier, number 12, yellow card. 17 minutes have just been played. It still remains England 0, Slovenia 0. And that offence by Trippier has given a free kick to Slovenia. Slovenia now have the chance to punish England even further. And it will be Erik Jansa to take the free kick. And also standing over the ball is Grezda Cherin. The referee wants to make the referee's trying to get everyone into the correct position, and it's Grezda Cherin with the ball, but over it goes. In fact, it was Jansa with the ball, but that wasn't a very well timed free kick in any sense of the word. Bit of a scramble inside the goal area. Nobody really knew where the ball was. But England have to take advantage of this of Serbia's lapse of concentration inside the goal area, but they can't. And it's Oblak clearing the ball out towards Karničnik. Karničnik to Timi Elžnik. It's Elžnik is passing to Sporar, but saved by Pickford. Sporar should have made a bit more of an effort and been a bit closer to goal, in my opinion. It's Declan Rice for England. Meantime, Mark Gahey. And after 19 minutes, it still remains England 0, Slovenia 0. Mark Gahey to Conor Gallagher. Gallagher to Walker. And it's Walker to Gallagher. Now Bukayo Saka. It's Saka with the ball towards Jude Bellingham. Bellingham has to pass to Rice. Now Kieran Trippier passes quickly to Phil Foden. Foden just outside the box. He has to pass quickly to Kieran Trippier, which he does. It's Trippier looking for a space. Now it's with Phil Foden. Foden, Saka, and England have taken the lead. Fantastic finish, but or has it? The goal, it's offside. It won't count. Or has the goal been disallowed? In fact, I couldn't really make it out whether it was offside or not. But so Saka understandably aggrieved. No VAR won't be going into this, and as it still stands, it still remains England 0, Slovenia 0, and England are not happy about this. And the ball will be cleared straight out of goal by Jan Oblak, who is in fact the Slovenia captain. So Oblak to Elžnik. Bellingham fouled. It's Karničnik with the ball meantime. England really have to pick themselves up. England have to really pick themselves up from this and get a grip on themselves, because that did look like it. And that was Kyle Walker on Jan Mlakar. Walker lucky to get away with that. Should England's goal have stood? Let me know in the comments section, please. But it's a goal kick to Jordan Pickford meantime. Pickford clears the ball out of the goal towards Conor Gallagher, I think it was. Or was it Kane? No, it was Kane. It's John Stones by the looks of it. Stones passing to Saka. Saka almost losing the ball. In fact, he does lose it to Jan Mlakar, and a yellow card has been given to Erik Jansa. So Jansa has been given a yellow card, and that was real rough handling on Bukayo Saka. Just grabbed him around the waist unnecessarily, and Jansa will miss Slovenia's next match. So already he is the first one in tonight's match to receive a next match ban. England free kick quickly taken. It's Trippier to Foden. Now back towards Trippier. Mark Gahey. Gahey plays the ball up the wing to Kyle Walker. It's Walker to I think that was Gallagher, but well intercepted by Slovenia. England still want the ball, though. It's Walker. I think Walker almost had his shirt pulled by Mlakar, but nothing comes of it. Just a normal incident. And I'm now getting confirmation that Phil Foden, according to the graphic that I'm seeing on my monitor, definitely offside. So no further action will be looked into this. It's Foden to Bellingham. Bellingham passes to Mark Gay. Now back towards Jude Bellingham. Foden crosses to Kyle Walker. Walker, quick pass to Bukayo Saka. Now back towards Foden. It's Foden to Kieran Trippier. Now Jude Bellingham. Bellingham to, I think that was, I couldn't see who it was going to, but it ended up with Mark Gay. Gay to Jordan Pickford. Now the ball is with John Stones. Back towards Gay. 24 minutes gone. It's still England 0, Slovenia 0. Foden to Bellingham. But given away and conceded to Jan Karnichnik. It's Declan Rice, but conceded once again to Slovenia. Šeško gives it away to Saka. Saka almost pushed down to the ground by Jansa, but the tactic worked, and Slovenia were able to get hold of the ball. Benjamin Šeško, I think, had it last. It's given a throw. They have conceded a throw in to England though, and that will be Kyle Walker to take the throw. He throws to Conor Gallagher. Walker to, I couldn't see who it might have been, Stones. Still no goals coming in between Denmark and Serbia. Kieran Trippier passes to Harry Kane. Kane to Mark Gay. Now back towards Kane. Cut out though by Jan Lakar. The ball is back in play. It's Mark Gay for England. Gay. Nice pass to John Stones. Now Kyle Walker. Bukayo Saka. England are in front in terms of possession with 73% compared to Slovenia's 27. Slovenia have had two attempts on goal, one on target. And Mlakar just committed a foul on Conor Gallagher just as I was going through those stats. And it's Trippier to Phil Foden. Foden pressing towards goal. Tries to find Cat. Ball almost ends up with Kane, but Kane misses. Kane should have picked it. Kane should have picked it up when he received it. He should have taken advantage of it, but didn't. It's Walker to Bukayo Saka. Saka passes back to Walker. Now down the wing to Stones. Down the wing once more to Kieran Trippier. It's Trippier to Foden. Now back to Trippier. Trippier. Gay did well to hold off the advances of Andras Sporad. Pickford. Back towards Gay. Gay. Up the wing to John Stones. Now back down towards Mark Gay. Gay to, I think that's Declan Rice. Yes, it is. Rice. Walker. Walker to Gallagher, who just receives the ball. Quick pass to Saka. Now the ball is aimed at Harry Kane. Kane receives it. Has to do a back pass, and the ball is now with Jude Bellingham. Bellingham fouled just outside the 18-yard box. Slovenia throwing their defence really hard at England and doing a good job of it. It's Foden with the ball currently. Now Trippier, it's just outside the 18-yard box. Slovenia pushing them further and further away and succeeding. Throwing given to England, though. It'll be Trippier to take. Trippier throws, but gets it back. Loses the ball to Slovenia. And Jan Karničnik has the ball. He passes quickly. And now the ball is about to go towards Benjamin Šeško, but not if Jordan Pickford has anything to say about it. It's Gallagher to Kieran Trippier. Trippier to Foden. Foden to Bellingham. Now back towards Trippier. Bellingham once more. Nice crosses to Kyle Walker. Walker to, I think that's Declan Rice. Rice passes to Kane. Kane fouled just inside the 18-yard box, but nothing given. It's Foden. Foden crosses to Kane, but kept out by Slovenia. And that was a good deflection by Erik Jansa. So Foden did really well to set up Kane, but he just missed it. And this was what happened with Jude Bellingham just now. In fact, he was a little way outside, and England pressing on really hard towards the goal. They've been given a corner, the first of the match. Will this surely spur them on to score the first goal of the game? Trippier stands over the ball. He'll be the one to kick it. Everyone waits. Trippier kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, headed by Kane. Was going for Saka, but Slovenia are able to hold them off, courtesy of Grezda Cherin. But Declan Rice has taken the ball back for England. It's Kane, and saved by Jan Oblak. Play resumes, and Slovenia have taken the ball back, but England, oh, so close to making it 1-0. Slovenia now have the ball with Adam Grezda Cherin. It's Grezda Cherin down the wing to Karničnik. Karničnik to Vanja Drakucic. Drakucic. Down the wing it goes to Karničnik. Still no score. Still nothing between Denmark and Slovenia. Still nothing between Denmark and Serbia, I should say. It's Gay to Declan Rice. If things stay as they are, and both matches end in a draw, England will still top the group. It's Gallagher to, I couldn't see who. It's now Kieran Trippier. Trippier towards Foden. And the ball is now with Mark Gay. It's Gay to Stones, now back towards Gay. Kieran Trippier to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham. Trippier was aiming for Kane, but defended by Slovenia. Kane. Back to Gay. Gay up the wing to John Stones. Now the ball is with Kyle Walker. Saka back to Walker. Walker passes swiftly back to Stones. Stones. Gay. It's Gay holding off the advances of Sporar. But the ball is back with Trippier. Meantime, it's Foden. Foden quickly passing to Trippier. Trippier to Rice. Declan Rice almost sends it in, but quickly passes back to Trippier. Trippier finds a gap. He passes to Foden. And now the ball ends up back with Walker. Saka ends up and grabs the ball. Saka passes to Gallagher, back towards Saka. Saka fouled from behind by Yaka Bijol. Bijol, that was a bodily contact. I think he slammed his body into Bukayo Saka's back, and that has given England a free kick. Neither side have been able to take advantage of free kicks or corners throughout this match. Will England change this now? And standing over the ball is Phil Foden with Kieran Trippier right behind him. Who will kick the ball? Will it be Trippier? Will it be Foden? Trippier takes a few steps back. 29 metres is the distance between the ball's current position and the goal. So Trippier kicks the ball, but saved by Jordan Pickford. In fact, it was Foden who kicked the ball, and that was saved by Oblak. Such a powerful left footer, but Oblak read the situation really well, and that keeps the score at 0-0 respectively. Ball is now with Petar Stojanovic. Petar Stojanovic to Sporar, but kept out by England, and that has given a throw-in to. That's given a throw-in to. I couldn't see who. It was. Ball is now back with Slovenia. It's Vanja Drkusic. Drkusic almost gives the ball away to England, which he does actually. It's now with Conor Gallagher. Gallagher Gallagher concedes to Slovenia. The way things, and it's now Stojanovic to Karničnik, but cleared away though by England, and it's England back in play. Although the ball has now been conceded to Stojanovic. It's Stojanovic to Karničnik. Karničnik back to Stojanovic. Now Karničnik again. The ball now passed to Grezda Cherin. Back to Karničnik. Now it's with Drkusic. Drkusic up the wing to Bijol. Bijol passes to Timi Elshnik. Elshnik under pressure from Saka. Does well to pass to his teammates, and now it's back up the feet of Karničnik. Karničnik passing the ball around. I think that was Elshnik who had the ball. Elshnik to Grezda Cherin. Grezda Cherin back down the wing to Karničnik. Slovenia good team play by Slovenia to hold England off. It's Timi Elshnik. Elshnik under pressure from Mark Gahey, but doing really well to hold him off. It's Petar Stojanovic. Stojanovic to Sporar. Sporar to Grezda Cherin. Grezda Cherin with the ball inside the 18-yard box. Nice defensive work by John Stones, although Slovenia still want the ball. Saka able to snaffle it away. But Slovenia still pressing on for the attack, and it shows with that rough foul on one of the England players. It might have been John Stones, or was it? Anyway, first down went Eric Janssen. In fact, it was Kane who was pushed down onto the ground by Bijol. He didn't need to do that. And that was the... And England and Slovenia still hungry for that. Still hungry for that. Still hungry for that victory and a chance to a top Group C. But the ball being played forward to Jude Bellingham, but Bellingham misses the ball. The way things stand right now, England will still top Group C. And that was this was something we saw just now with Karničnik and Sporar. I think, and the ball went straight into Mark Gay's chest. I think Slovenia are starting to play a bit more rough than England. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments, please. But do keep it clean, as Pickford is able to pick the ball up. The ball is now being rolled out. Ball was quickly thrown out to Kyle Walker. It's now with Conor Gallagher. Gallagher to Saka. Now back to Conor Gallagher. Gallagher. Quick pass to John Stones. Now down the wing to Kieran Trippier. Trippier to Foden. Foden. Able to keep hold of the ball. Quick pass to John Stones. It's Stones to Trippier. Trippier to Jude Bellingham. And it's Jude Bellingham with the ball. Passing to Trippier. And almost headed. And that smashes off the post by Conor Gallagher. Or was it Kane who had the last touch of the ball? I couldn't really make it out. But we will soon know. And in fact, it was Kane who had... And in fact, it was Kane who had the last touch of the ball. And it just... And a Trippier... I think it was a Trippier. In fact, just flick of the head by Conor Gallagher and missed the post. Very unfortunate, as that could have easily put England in front. It's Kieran Trippier to Phil Foden. Now the ball is with Petar Stojanovic. Stojanovic to Karničnik. But he gives the ball away to Kyle Walker. Sent out by Pickford. Ball picked up by Benjamin Šeško. Throw in to England, though, with less than 5 minutes until half time. First half hasn't really been much to write home about for England, to tell you the truth. It's Declan Rice to Mark Gay. Now Jude Bellingham. It's Jude Bellingham to Phil Foden. Foden quickly passes to Mark Gay. Gay to Declan Rice. Declan Rice with the ball, passing up the wing to Bukayo Saka. Saka to Kyle Walker. Now Declan Rice. Rice back to Stones. Stones. Kane. Now back to Stones. Now back to Harry Kane. And Kane with the ball. But his shot blocked by the Slovenia defence. And I'd have to say that the Slovenia fans have been a bit more vocal than those on the England side. Trippier to take the corner once more. This is England's second corner. The fans still believe they can do it despite their silence. Trippier kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, picked up by Declan Rice, but I think he may have fouled Adam Grezda Cherin in the process. Nezda Cherin in the process, I should say. Down he went, but nothing comes of it. And it's a free, and it's a goal kick, I should say, to Jan Oblak. Kieran Trippier. Quick pass to Jordan Pickford. Now back to Kieran Trippier. Slovenia have been in great form throughout this game so far. They'll probably take confidence from this resolute first half and look for more attacking options in the second half. Gallagher to John Stones. Now back to Conor Gallagher. Gallagher, Walker. Now back to Stones. Stones. Gallagher again. Gallagher up the wing to I think that was Walker. Now back to Stones. Mark Gahey. Mark Gahey passes back up the wing to Stones. Now Gahey once more. Gahey, quick pass to Rice. Now with Gallagher, Stones, Trippier. Trippier passes, to Phil Foden. Foden passes again towards Rice, and Rice, nice cross towards Bukayo Saka. It's Saka with the ball. Bukayo Saka passing to Jude Bellingham. Given away, conceded to Slovenia. That was Nezda Cherin. But England have retaken the ball back. It's John Stones to Kyle Walker. Now quickly taken by Gallagher. We're now into the final minutes of the first half, and there it is. It's half time. England were held firm by a resolute Slovenia, and still no scores as of yet. In fact, it is half time right now between Denmark and Serbia. Will we see any goals in the second half? Who knows? Half-time score at the Cologne Stadium. England 0, Slovenia 0. We're going to go for a break, but we'll be back. We're going to go for a quick break, but we'll be back for the second half. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of England against Slovenia in the Euro 2020 in this Euro 2024 Group C match. Nothing to write home about as far as both sides are concerned. Slovenia held out really well against England, and as I mentioned just before going to the break, they will take great confidence going forward into the second half, and still 0-0 between Denmark and Serbia. The way Group C stands right now, England still top the group. They have 1 point. And Slovenia will be going through to the round of 16 as well. In terms of the third place rankings, Denmark will go through as well as one of the highest third place teams. They are ahead of Hungary. On goal difference. Yet they are ahead of Hungary in terms of how many goals they have conceded against. But they are behind Slovakia on how many games they have drawn. Well, so far, but this could all change. And one thing as the game started not long after we began our coverage, I was unable to bring you the rest of the match officials and our assistant referees alongside Clement Turpin, Nicolas Danos and Benjamin Page, also of France, with the fourth official, Halil Umut Meler of Turkey. The reserve assistant referee is Mustafa Emre Ayisoy, also of Turkey. On VAR is Jérôme Brissard of France, and his assistant VAR referees are Willy Delajour, also of France, and Rob Dieperink of the Netherlands. UEFA referee observer is Kostas Kapitanis of Cyprus, and the UEFA delegate is Paolo Rondelli of San Marino. There we are. We were able to rattle through them after all. So we are now just a few minutes before the start of the second half. And England did kind of pick up their pace in the latter part of the first half. They'll be looking to no doubt carry on from that, and hopefully for them getting a goal. Bukayo Saka, very disappointing. Bukayo Saka should be very disappointed that his goal was ruled out for offside. If any of you think it should have been, if any of you listeners think it should have counted instead of being offside, do please get in touch with me by letting me know in the comments. We are now just a few moments away from the start of the second half. Players doing a bit of last-minute warm-up drills. We've only got one game coming up on the Commentary Hub tomorrow, and that is Georgia against Portugal, the last group stage match of the tournament. Russ Vernon and Jack Hesson will be your commentators for that one, as the players get ready to make their way back onto the pitch for the second half. And a half-time substitution is being made. Conor Gallagher comes off, and in his place will come Kobbie Mainoo. So Kobbie Mainoo makes his way onto the pitch. It's an interesting tactic by Gareth Southgate to take Gallagher off so soon and replace him with Mainoo. Either that, or it's to prevent him from getting a second yellow card, which will result in his one-match ban in the next round. It will be Slovenia who kick us off. And handing over the ball is Andras Sporar. Ready to kick the ball. Who will score first in the second half? Will it be England? Will it be Slovenia? The tension is mounting, and Sporar walks around the ball to keep himself focused and to keep his energy composed. The England players wait expectantly. Gareth Southgate chewing as ever in the stands, wondering what will happen as well, and also the Slovenian head coach Kek. And we wait for the referee's signal to start the second half. Everyone standing in position. You could cut the tension with a knife. And away we go then for the start of the second half between England and Slovenia. And Slovenia playing from right. Slovenia will be playing from right to left, and England left to right this time. Pickford throws and rolls the ball out to Kyle Walker. Now the ball picked up by Bukayo Saka. Saka passes to Walker. And it's Walker up the wing to Kobe Mainu. Quick pass back to, I think that was Stones. Now Mark Gay. It's Gay to Stones. Stones. Now Kobe Mainu. Back towards Mark Gay. Gay to Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier now finds, I couldn't see who it was, but it's ended up back with Gay. It's Phil Foden, actually. Foden to, I think that was Bellingham. Now back to Foden. Declan Rice. Declan Rice back towards Foden. Now Bellingham. But intercepted by Petar Stojanovic of Slovenia. Throw in to England to be taken by Trippier. Trippier to Kobe Mainu. It's Mainu to Mark Gay. Mark Gay to Foden. Now the ball is with Kobe Mainu. It's Mainu. Receives the ball from Foden. Mainu to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham dancing around the ball, holding onto it really well. Kieran Trippier has to pick up the ball courtesy of a back pass. Trippier now back towards Bellingham. Bellingham doing his best to keep hold of the ball, but he has to pass again to Trippier. Trippier now finds the space for Foden. Back towards Trippier. Foden, but gives the ball, but the ball is conceded to Slovenia. Slovenia almost take it, but England are able to take it back. That was almost... Jan Mlakar held the ball for at least 10 seconds. But it's Walker to Bukayo Saka. Saka now to Kane. Kane meeting the sandwich, but he was able to hold on to the ball. Mark Gay to Jordan Pickford. The ball now quickly passed back out to John Stones. Stones to Walker. Walker to Stone. Back to Stones, I should say. Now back towards Walker. Walker passes to Saka. Saka has to hold off. Slovenia and does so. It's Gay to Kieran Trippier. Trippier, Bellingham. Now Saka. Saka passes to Jude Bellingham again. Walker. Back to Saka. Saka almost pushed in the back, but he holds on. He passes quickly to Mainu. It's Mainu to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham inside the 18-yard box, but has to concede. And it is an England and it will be an England corner. Just barely 4 minutes into the second half. Kieran Trippier takes the corner. Swiftly passes to Foden. Now it's with Mainu. Mainu to Walker. Walker to Stones. Long cross towards Harry Kane. Kept out by Slovenia that time. Bellingham to Kyle Walker. Walker was aiming for Saka, but defended by Slovenia. Now the ball is back with the feet of Mainu. It's Mainu to Foden. Now Bellingham. England are pressing forward harder and harder. It's Rice to Mainu. Now Bellingham. Bellingham was aiming for Kane, but defended once again by Slovenia. But England are able to take it back through Gay. It's Gay to Saka. Saka passes to Harry Kane. It's Kane inside the 18-yard box, but the ball was deflected away by Jaka Bijol. Kane looked like he was about to set up Bellingham, but Bijol was able to get to. But Bijol got there when he did, and it's another corner to England. They must think up a proper They must think up a proper plan this time. Trippier to take the corner once more. The ball goes into the 18-yard box, headed by Kane, but picked up by Slovenia. Back with England through Foden, but the shot is too wide, and it still remains England 0, Slovenia 0. Nowhere near as close as Gallagher's deflecting header towards the end of the first half. Declan Rice heads the ball for England, but it's over the line. I think a Slovenia player might have gotten a hand to it because it's resulted in an England throw-in, or is it Slovenia? No, it's a Slovenia throw-in. But England retake the ball from Slovenia. It's Kyle Walker. Walker passes to Saka. Saka now to Kobbie Mainoo. It's Mainoo to John Stones. Stones to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham. Gay. Stones. Back towards Stones. That was through Foden. Now it's back with Mark Gay. Gay crosses to Kyle Walker. Walker swiftly passes to Mainoo. Mainoo back towards Walker. Now Foden. Foden was aiming for Bukayo Saka, but well caught by Benjamin Sesko. Ball given away to Mlakar of Slovenia, but it's back at the feet of Mark Gay. Kieran Trippier to Jude Bellingham. It's Bellingham. Bellingham passes to Kane. And Kane crosses into the 18-yard box towards Kyle Walker. But it goes over the bar, and the England fans still cheering their team on, but the Slovenia fans are perhaps being just that little bit more vocal. They were in the first half. Ball now cleared out of the goal by Jan Oblak, and it's Kobbie Mainoo to Declan Rice. Now down the wing towards Kyle Walker. Walker to Harry Kane. Kane crossing the ball forward to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham had it briefly, but was clipped by Jaka Bijol. Just a normal incident inside the 18-yard box. Nothing to do with a penalty. But a superb cross by Kane towards Bellingham, and in fact it was Bijol. And in fact, Bijol took the ball off him. Yes, he did. Yes, he did touch the ball. So that was just a normal incident. 54 minutes gone. It's still England 0, Slovenia 0. And it's also currently 0-0 between Denmark and Serbia. Bijol for Slovenia. Ball now pass to, I think that was Dukucic, or was it Nezda Cherin? Nezda Cherin to Dukucic, but given away to England. It's Mainu to Mark Gay. Pickford. Back to Mark Gay. Mark Gay to Walker. Walker, now Stones. Back to Gay. Trippier. Back to Mark Gay. Gay passes down the wing to Kyle Walker. Now it's Saka. Saka with the ball. Does well to pass up wing to Kieran Trippier. Trippier to Jude Bellingham. It's Bellingham. Nice cross, was aiming for Mainu, but deflected, but headed away by the Slovenian defenders. It's Declan Rice. Rice to Bellingham. Don't forget, England are all in white. Slovenia are all in blue. It's Mainu, but he was fouled but I think he was fouled from behind by one of the Slovenian midfielders. The referee calls a halt to proceedings, and it was a shove in the chest by Dukucic. Very unnecessary in my view. He shouldn't have done that. Should have been cautioned at the least. He might have had a verbal talking to by the referee. Free kick to England. And it looks like it will be Foden. And it looks like it will be Foden that will take the free kick. He raises his arm and kicks the ball into the 18-yard box. None of the England players gets to it apart from Bukayo Saka. Cross into the 18-yard box also comes to no avail, and England just cannot get a goal in. In fact, the ball was headed by Jakub Bijol, and that has given England yet another corner. Kieran Trippier to take once more. He raises his arm, kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, headed by Stones, and now Bukayo Saka. Saka again, and a bicycle kick from Saka. I think it was Gay with the initial header, but saved by Jan Oblak. And a Slovenian player has gone down. I think he's injured. Blow to the head if I'm not much mistaken. We'll take a look and see what happened. It was there. He got into an altercation with Saka, and Saka's bicycle kick just hit him hard in the face. And in fact, it was Andras Sporar who impressed in the first half. Just a bit dazed and confused. Nice to see that his nose isn't broken. That wasn't intact. I don't think Saka did this intentionally. And after 58 minutes, it still remains England 0, Slovenia 0. And the ball will be kicked out of goal by Jan Oblak, one of the young England supporters, waving his shirt around in the stands. And Oblak kicks the ball out of the goal. Headed by Bukayo Saka by the looks of it. Or was it Gay? No, in fact it was Gay. It's Kane. Harry Kane sprinting towards the goal, but he has to pass to Bukayo Saka. Saka, now Kyle Walker. Back towards Saka. Saka to Mainu, now Saka again. but the ball goes back. But the ball ends up back with Kane, defended by Slovenia. Bellingham to Phil Foden. Now back towards Bellingham. Bellingham to, I think that's Trippier. Now back to Foden. Foden to Rice. And Rice passes to Trippier. Back towards Rice, though. Rice to Stones. Now the ball's back with Mainu. It's Mainu to Foden. Stones. Bellingham. Foden. Now back with Declan Rice. And Rice crosses down the wing to Kyle Walker. Back with Saka. Now Walker again. Saka. Saka passes to Foden. Foden tries to make a break for it, but tackled by Bijol. It's Kobbie Mainoo with the cross this time. Was aiming for Harry Kane, but the ball is with Jude Bellingham nonetheless. It's now with Declan Rice. Rice to Foden. Now back with Rice. Sent out of goal by Slovenia. Ends up back with Mark Gay. Good defensive work by the likes of Bijol and Jansa. Foden to Kobbie Mainoo. I'm surprised that Slovenia haven't made any substitutions as of yet. It's Walker sprinting with the ball towards the 18-yard box, but it goes over the line. And Walker upset that he couldn't find someone to cross it to. It had already gone over the line. And Gareth Southgate pleased with England's recent performance thus far. England are starting to breach Slovenia's defensive wall, I think. But have they left things too late? It's Mark Gay with the ball. Gay quickly passes to Pickford. And the ball is with John Stones. It's John Stones for England. Stones quickly passes to Trippier. I think the ball is with Foden. Now it was with Bellingham. Now Mark Gay to John Stones. Now Saka. Saka to Mainoo. Back towards Saka. Saka does well to keep it inside the line. But Saka pulled up by the referee, and that is Erik Jansa is down. I think something's hit him in the face. He's clutching his mouth. And that was it. Elbow in the face of Jansa. I don't think that was deliberate. He's having a Jansa is being looked over by the Slovenia physios. He appears to be all right. Whether that elbow in the face has caused his mouth to bleed or not, I don't know. But he is able to carry on playing. That's the good thing. And John Stones was able to receive the ball, but it goes over. But it's gone over the line. Group C standings are unchanged. England will still top their group, and Slovenia will go through to second. Although Adam Nezda-Cherin looked like he was about to change all that. Nice long range cross. Although I think he stumbled a little bit. And as a result, the ball went too far away. Mark Gay to John Stones. Stones passes to Mainoo. Now back to Gay. Gay looking for someone to pass it to, or is he looking for a gap? He quickly passes to Stones. Stones tries to go around Slovenia, can't quite do it. He quickly passes to Mainoo. Now Mainoo passes back to Stones. Benjamin Sesko watching over them like a hawk. It's Gay. Crossed by Gay down towards Walker. And the ball swiftly picked up by Saka. Saka passes back to Walker. And up the wing it goes to Mark Gay. Gay to, I think that was Kieran Trippier. Now it's with Bukayo Saka. It's Saka with the ball. Quickly passes to Walker. Now Kobe Mainu. Mainu tries to go around the Slovenia defence. Can't quite do it. It's Walker to Declan Rice. Rice was aiming for Saka, but the ball was almost intercepted. The ball was almost picked up by Jansa, and Jansa now has a stitch in his chest by the looks of it. He still can't. He still looks. He's. The poor chap looks like he's been rough handled too much. First a couple of incidents with Saka. Now a shove in the back by Jude Bellingham. Quite unnecessary by the looks of it. And is Bellingham going to get a yellow card out of this? It would appear not. As Jan Oblak kicks the ball, and as Jan Oblak kicks the ball out of the goal, it's Timmy Elsnek to so I couldn't see who that might have been given away to Gay, but Slovenia were able to regain the ball. It's Phil Foden who had the last touch of the ball, but it goes out for a throw in to Slovenia. Still no goals between Denmark and Serbia. Remember, Serbia are the team that have it all to do in this group. Ball now headed towards, I think that was John Stones. Yes, indeed it is John Stones. Stones up the wing to Trippier. Trippier to Foden. Now back down. Now quick back pass to Trippier. Foden again. Foden passes again to Trippier. Now Mark Gay. It's Gay to Gallagher. No, Walker. Saka back towards Walker. Now John Stones. Stones to Gay. Foden. Trippier, back to Foden. Foden passes down wing to Stones. Stones passes to Walker. Almost caught out by Slovenia. It was Saka and Kane who had the ball, but Slovenia are able to take it off. But the ball is now back with England. It's Walker. Walker to Mainu. Mainu now towards Foden. It's Foden to Bukayo Saka. Saka passes to Mark Gay. Gay now towards Rice, and now the ball has ended up at the feet of Foden. Foden pushed by one of the Slovenia midfielders, but the referee's saying play on, and Slovenia could be making a break for it, but Andras Spora has been pulled by Mark Gay. His shirt was pulled, and Gay, quite rightly, receives a yellow card. Just when I thought that Andras Spora was going to make a break for it, Mark Gay holds him back by pulling his shirt, and that is unsportsmanlike from the England defender. And as I mentioned just now, his yellow card very well deserved. But this has given Slovenia a free kick. Will this be the chance for Slovenia to punish England further? And it will be either Jansa or Cherin to take the free kick, or will it? We'll soon let you know. We'll soon let you know who it is that will take the free kick within a moment or two. And the free kick proceedings, I must say, taking a very long time to set up. And it will be Eric Jansa, and it looks like it will be Eric Jansa that will take the free kick. Remember, the distance to goal from the free kick spot is 29 meters. England failed to do it from that distance last time. Will Serbia be more fortunate? It's Jansa with the free kick, but an England player has gone down in the 18-yard box. It's Jude Bellingham. Something must have happened to him. Can't see what. He looks to be all right. I think that was Andras Spora was checking over him just to see if he was okay. And a good thing too. There is still camaraderie, no matter which country you come from. As Cole Palmer will get ready to come on in place of Bukayo Saka. So on comes Cole Palmer. That is his 5th England appearance as an international. The young man who plays at Chelsea. As play now resumes. It's Mark Gahey with the ball. Gahey passes to Jude Bellingham. England have completed 556 passes in comparison to Slovenia's 164. England on top in terms of ball possession, 71% to Slovenia's 29, but that has not given England the results that they need. Declan Rice. It's Rice with the ball. Quick pass to Bellingham. Now it's with Kieran Trippier. Trippier to Bellingham. Bellingham misses the ball, but it's picked up by Mark Gahey just as well. Gahey to John Stones. I'm surprised that Slovenia haven't made any substitutions and they've only got 19 minutes left. It's Rice. Rice does really well to hold on to the ball. Quick pass to John Stones. Stones to Foden. Now Cole Palmer. His first touch of the ball. It's Mainu receiving the ball from Stones. Walker. Walker to Kane. Kane pulled back. Kane pulled down, complaining to the referee. Understandably not happy. I think his shirt might have been pulled, and in fact, Jakub Bijol going to a bit of a. And in fact, it was Jakub Bijol going to a scrape with him, just wrapped his arm around his chest and just forced him down. He shouldn't have done that, and that has made the England captain understandably angry. And the yellow card for Bijol quite rightly deserved. So Trippier and Foden stand over the ball. Will it be Trippier this time to take the free kick? And the referee getting the Slovenian forwards into a defensive wall. 3 of them. So the referee's in fact having a quick word with them just to say, don't do anything dirty or rash. And the referee is almost getting ready to signal for the free kick. Now 28 metres to goal, slightly closer. Trippier takes the free kick for England. Almost caught by Mark Gahey, but the ball ends up in the feet of Palmer, and over it goes for a free kick. Nice deflection by Vanja Drkusic. Gahey to Trippier. Trippier to Foden. Now back to Trippier. At this rate, it's going to be difficult for me to decide who my player of the match should be. Ball is now with Foden. It's Foden to, I couldn't see who it might have been, Walker. It's Mark Gahey to, I think that's Foden. Foden to Rice. Now back with Kyle Walker. Walker to Phil Foden. Foden, Trippier. Trippier now Cole Palmer by the looks of it. It's Cole Palmer with the ball, but cut out by Stojanovic. The ball is now back with England though. It's Phil Foden to Declan Rice, Yes, it was Declan Rice, and that was so close. He knows it. Nice footwork though. Nice footwork though by Declan Rice. I think he might have just been caught out by one or two of the Slovenian defenders. But a great performance by Rice nonetheless. And Slovenia finally make their first substitution of the match. It's Šeško to come off, and taking his place will be Josip Ilicic. And Ilicic sprinting onto the pitch. We now have some 15 minutes to go. It still remains England 0, Slovenia 0, and in the game between Denmark and Serbia, it's 0-0 also. Slovenia restart the game with the ball. The ball ends up back at the feet of Oblak. Ball now sails to, but the ball was almost intercepted by England, yet Slovenia were able to keep hold of it. Ball is now with Elishnik. Elishnik to, I think that's Mlakar. Mlakar back to Elishnik. Elishnik to Nezda Cherin. Nezda Cherin to Bijol. Bijol to Dokusic to Stojanovic. It's Stojanovic. The ball is picked up and saved by Oblak, the captain. England retake the ball though through Kyle Walker. Quick pass to Cole Palmer. Palmer to Kobbie Mainoo. It's Mainoo. Was aiming for Harry Kane, but Kane was too far ahead. That wasn't England had the right intentions, but it didn't go the way they wanted. And Phil Foden has been given a yellow card for something. I can't see what, or was it Declan Rice? In fact, it might have been Declan Rice, and that was a foul on the substitute. Ilic just elbowed him in the back, nowhere near the ball. And in fact it was Phil Foden. I was right the first time. As play now resumes, at this rate, the players are racking up more yellow cards than there are goals. As the ball is now with Declan Rice, or is it John Stones? No, it is John Stones. Stones passes to Walker. Walker now towards Cole Palmer. Palmer crossing the ball forward to Harry Kane. Kane! But cut out by Jan Karnichnik. Corner given to England though. Kane had the right setup, and Karnichnik defending his line from Foden really, really well. And speaking of Foden, he'll be the one that will take the corner for England. He kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, headed for Stones, but headed by Kane. Now the ball's back in the 18-yard box, but it doesn't go the way. But it doesn't go the way England want it to. And was there an element of offside? I think there might have been. Yes, Bellingham knew he was offside and so didn't take the ball. So Oblak to take the goal kick, I should say, for Slovenia. We have around we have nearly 11 minutes left, and the ball is with Karničnik for Slovenia. And Foden, I think, and now I know why Foden has been given the yellow card. It was for dissent. It's now with Kyle Walker. Walker passes up the wing to John Stones. Stones to Kobbie Mainoo. Now Kyle Walker. Walker to Mainoo, I should say. Now Mainoo back to Stones. Stones to Rice. Now Kyle Walker. Walker passes this time to Cole Palmer. Palmer trying to hold off the advances of Mlaka, or was it Jansa? No, it was Jansa. But England still pressing on towards the goal. It's Palmer to Mainoo, as Jansa is down on the ground. The poor chap can't take it. The poor chap can't take any more punishment, surely. And this time it was Bellingham yet again who just clips him on the shin. I think his studs almost collided with him, and the referee shouting furiously at somebody over something. I think he's urging the physios to get on, as Jansa still in a bad, as Jansa he is able to stand up, but he is still clearly wincing in pain. As that will be now a free kick to England. Goodness knows how many minutes will be added on in injury time. It's John Stones to Kyle Walker. Now Cole Palmer. And so it's Palmer just outside the 18-yard box. The ball is now with Jude Bellingham. Bellingham tries to pass to Declan Rice, to no avail. And Slovenia now almost have the ball, courtesy of Timmy Elshnik. Throw into England, swiftly taken by Rice. It's Walker to Palmer. Now back to Walker. Walker now finds John Stones. Stones back towards Walker. Walker back to Palmer, and crossed by Palmer, but nothing doing. And England still managed to keep the ball through John Stones, passing back to Palmer. Palmer to Bellingham. Bellingham up the wing to Kieran Trippier. It's Kieran Trippier to Declan Rice. Rice passes down wing to John Stones. Stones to Mark Gahey. It's Mark Gahey. Gahey passing to, I think that was Trippier. Now back to Gahey. Stones. Stones just over the centre line. Holds off Andras Sporar really well. Declan Rice with the ball almost tackled from behind. Ball now being crossed towards Harry Kane. Surely, is this the chance for England to get ahead? The answer is no. So far, it's Foden, but kept out by the Slovenia defenders. England still hungry for that goal. It's Walker to Cole Palmer. Palmer crosses to Bellingham, but kept out by Slovenia. Headed by Jansa, but the ball ends up at the feet of Mark Gahey. Gahey does really well to hold off Andras Sporar. Pickford receives it and is able to keep the ball in play for England, but not for long. And once again, the referee calls a halt to proceedings, and Jansa, surprise, surprise, is affected yet again, and this time it was a foot in the chest by Palmer, or did the ball go in, or did the ball hit him in the head? And Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to come onto the field is going to come onto the pitch, I should say, as a substitute, as Kieran Trippier makes way for him. Quite why Eric Jansa is still on the pitch is a mystery to me. He should be taken off and substituted. The poor chap just can't take any more. The poor chap just can't take any more punishment. Pickford passes the ball down the wing to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold was looking for Bellingham, but intercepted by Slovenia and Nezda Cherin. It's Nezda Cherin to Stojanovic, but over the line it goes for an England throw. And it looks like Slovenia will be making 2 substitutions as the clock ticks down. Lakar will come off in place of. We'll let you know who it is in a moment. And also coming off the pitch is Jan Lakar. So Sporar and Mlakar sprints. So Sporar and Mlakar sprints off the pitch and taking their places. We will let you know who they. We'll let you know who they are in a moment. And in actual fact, taking their places are Stojanovic and Shan Shelar. Or should that be Stankovic? Yes, in fact it is Stankovic who will take the place of Sporar. It's John Stones to Alexander-Arnold. Mainu misses the ball. The ball is ended up with Jansa. Jansa to Elznik. It's Elznik to Stankovic. Stankovic passes to Josip Ilicic. But the ball is given away to England. Very difficult for me to decide who my player of the match should be, and still no word of any goals between Denmark and Serbia. Mark Gahey to I think that's Kyle. I think that's Kieran Trippier. No, it's Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker to I can't see who. And in fact, it's Jon Goret. And in fact, it's John Gorentz Stankovic. Stankovic is the player that came on just now. It's Walker with 3 minutes to go. Walker crosses down the wing to Cole Palmer, and Palmer once again gets into Palmer once again collides with Jansa, and the referee is not having it. And Palmer, I think, may have been blocked by Jansa. But it has conceded a free kick to England. Jansa definitely in the wrong there. So who will it be? To take the free kick? Will it be Alexander-Arnold or will it be Foden? It will be Phil Foden that will take the free kick, and we now have 2 minutes of normal time remaining. The tension mounts inside the stadium as Foden kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but defended by Serbia, Slovenia, retaken by England and Mainu, although a Slovenian player has gone down. And once again, the referee blows the whistle to stop the game. And in fact, Mainu it was that's caught Petar Stojanovic, and England will be making another substitution as Phil Foden will come off, and And onto the pitch will come, I think that's Anthony Gordon. Yes, indeed, it is Anthony Gordon. Will Anthony Gordon make the most of the time? Will Anthony Gordon make the most of the time he has on the pitch? Oblak kicks the ball towards one of the Slovenian forwards, but easily dealt with by England. And before you ask, I still haven't decided who my player of the match should be. I will give it until the 90-minute mark, and then once I find out how many minutes will be added on, only then will I feel compelled to make a decision. Anthony Gordon after the ball, but it goes over the line, and I think it will be a throw in to Slovenia. And Slovenia will have another substitution made. And finally, Erik Jansa will come off the pitch, and taking his place will be Jure Balkovic. Balkovic, I should say. Jure Balkovic. So Balkovic sprints onto the pitch, and 4 minutes have been added on. So I should let you know. Who my player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, will be within the next 90 or so seconds. Throw-in taken by England. It's Mark Gahey to John Stones. John Stones to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Quick pass back to Jordan Pickford. Pickford to Mark Gahey. Now John Stones. Stones to Cole Palmer. Cross up the wing by Alexander-Arnold to Kyle Walker. And Kyle Walker quickly passes to Gordon. It's Anthony Gordon for England. A ball passed to Kobbie Mainoo and Harry Kane. Now it's with Cole Palmer. Palmer saved by Jan Oblak. That could well have been the goal that England need, but time is running out. Nice play by Harry Kane. And Palmer was there to take it when he needed to. Should have used a bit more power. The ball was too low to the ground, and that was an easy save by Jan Oblak. Oblak has certainly been kept busy in the Slovenian goal, and it will be Anthony Gordon that will take the throw for England, or will it? No, in fact, it's a Slovenian throw, as the ball is thrown to Josip Ilicic. But Jude Bellingham, I think, gets into a bit of a tangle with one of them. We now have about 90 seconds to go until full time. So it's John Stones to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold to Cole Palmer. Palmer pushed from behind repeatedly by Elznik. It's Palmer to Mainoo, now back with Palmer. But given away to Slovenia yet again. England wise to it this time, as Bellingham is able to snaffle the ball away from, I think that was Elznik. It's Gordon to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold! And over the crossbar it goes. Alexander-Arnold, either he used a bit too much power or he should have been a bit closer. I think it might have ricocheted off Balkovic. But Alexander-Arnold, too late for me to make an impression. So I'm going to have to decide really quickly and fast who my player of the match should be. And I have decided that's it. And I have decided that it will be. And I have decided that it will be Phil Foden of England. Others might have another view, but that's it. It's full time. I will let you know who. I'll let you know why I chose Phil Foden as my player of the match. And Slovenia go through to the round of 16, but England top the group, and both of them are happy. But this means a lot more to Slovenia than it does England. They're jumping up and down, and Slovenia have made the round of 16 for the first time in their history. Denmark have, and it's also full time, between Denmark and Serbia. No one scored in that game, but for England, it's satisfaction for knowing that they have topped the group. The reason why I gave Phil Foden my man of the match, my player of the match, is sponsored by Commentary Services, was because he played really well. He set up opportunities despite getting a yellow card. He did really well. He helped out his teammates, which was really good. In fact, a lot of other England players contributed in one form or another. Bukayo Saka, Jude Bellingham, Mark Gay, Declan Rice, and Kyle Walker, John Stones as well, and also Conor Gallagher and Cole Palmer. Slovenia had their stand-up players for me as well, such as Spora, Shesko, Nezda Cherin, Stojanovic, and I think Mlakar as well. But massive congratulations to Slovenia for reaching the round of 16, and Denmark miss out in terms of the groups. In fact, Slovenia are in the third place rankings. I do apologise. I'm going to have to correct myself. Yes, they do. Yes, they do indeed qualify for the. Yes, they do indeed qualify through the round of 16 as being part of the best of the third place teams. So the final standings for Group C: England top the group on 5 points. Denmark qualify also on 3 points. Then it's Slovenia on 3. Serbia are eliminated, having only picked up 2 points. Well, that just about wraps up our coverage of England against Slovenia on the Commentary Hub. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in. And before we go, a quick reminder that tomorrow our only game will be Georgia against Portugal. Join Russ Vernon and Jack Hesson for that. Join Russ Vernon and Jack Hesson for that match tomorrow. I've been Nicholas Jones. Have a great rest of your night, and enjoy a great Wednesday. And we'll see you for Portugal against Georgia just before 8 o'clock tomorrow. Good night.